IVM.
Has it happened to you that your coach, your instructor or teacher has demonstrated a certain move and made it look so easy only till you attempted it? Has it ever happened to you that you've looked around in a workout place, in a gym or a park or a class and felt that you're not good enough? Guys, everyone started somewhere, and someone who makes something look effortless, it is because they have put some real effort into it and practiced and practiced and practiced even more. But you know what is better than practice and more important than practice? It's patience. Because there will be days when you go up on the gym floor and you don't perform as well as you did even before you started. You won't see substantial progress some weeks. But patience with yourself is going to help you work your way through these ups and downs. Most of the times when we give up on ourselves, it is not because the opportunity is lost, but it is because we've lost patience with our own potential. It is that thread. It is the thread of patience that will tie your every practice and keep your discipline up. Welcome to the Kinetic Living podcast, and this is me, Coach Urmi, and today I have someone with me who is my childhood chuddy buddy, and we were last bench classmates and been through torturous school projects. We've spoken about boys, to travel, to so many pajama parties
to
I
life.
can remember, to life, and about food, we can't forget that, and about so many fad diets, spending Diwali together, summer vacations together, and after cut to I think almost 15 years after that, and
oh my god, we're that old.
Yeah, oh my god. And I recently watched a really good play by her called Internal Affairs, and I also saw a play which she co-directed with one of her colleagues, and both of them were absolutely amazing, and we sort of got back in touch after so long, and I'm so happy to see where she is today, because she is transformed her, I would say, inner confidence and her inner self, and I can see she's so much more at peace today. But for all of you guys, she has not only done theatre, but she's done films now, starting from Wake Up Sid to Veere the Wedding and My Friend Pinto, Midnight's Children, Dil To Bacha Hai Ji, and the list goes on. Guys, welcome Shikha Talsania. Hi,
Thank
Shikha.
you, Coach Urmi. That
Thank
sounds
you.
so odd to call you that. I have to tell you guys that one thing that you guys should know, apart from being chuddy buddies and apart from discussing all the aspects of our life at that point of time, Urmi was the scholar of our batch. Okay,
That's true.
She would always get the best marks. You were playing basketball, I remember. And
I remember
you had all the boys as well.
That was because I think it was the basketball did it probably. However, I just remember us doing so much musty on last bench, and just the whole school vibe was so amazing. The four of us. Like,
Do you remember also trying to learn how to drive?
Yeah.
In Prachi's car, I think.
That's amazing. So many more memories coming in today. And guys, we are going to talk about Shikha's journey from right when she was a teenager and what is her status in terms of her health, fitness, self-image, self-confidence today. So Shikha, to talk about what you're currently doing and what I've seen you before. And I know that we've not been like the best of buddies since then, but I definitely knew that time you were struggling with self-confidence and you were also struggling with your relationship with food. And I remember all of us were foodies, but at the same time, there were instances where, especially before festivals, you would go on these crash diets.
Oh my God, do you remember? Oh God, I'd forgotten about those.
And I'm glad you have actually. I'm so happy for that. The reason I'm asking you about it today is because I want to congratulate you on where you've come from then to now, and also make my listeners and your audience understand that everyone has a journey and no one was born like a rock star, and even if they were, they have so much more they can improve on. So you want to like tell me a little bit about that?
You know, the thing is that I think So I've this month has actually been really interesting because I went for this workshop that Dove conducts at schools with young girls.
Okay.
I think it's a Dove. If you're listening, I think it's time to also include the boys. But and we were talking about self-image, self-confidence, self-esteem, body, and not falling into the traps of body image issues.
Yeah.
And I was so impressed. Like, I strongly believe that you need to start these conversations young.
Correct.
And what I was so pleasantly surprised and inspired that the girls that I met over there, they were so aware. They knew so much more than I think we did when we were growing up.
Okay.
And it has been really, it's been hard. It's been a journey. And I think because I've had a journey, that's why I have reached this point in my life where I have a very honest conversation with and an honest relationship with my body now.
Great.
And with myself and with my soul and my mind and all of that. And it's because of the journey and it's because of everything that I've learned or, everything that I've gone through that I've reached that place today. And I remember talking to you actually because you had just started out and you were still, you didn't have your studio back then. And you had just started taking some private sessions.
Yes.
And I remember calling you and saying that, I really want to get into it now because I'm tired.
I remember, yes. Yeah.
So I found Pilates.
Yay.
I found it thanks to Riya Kapoor actually.
Okay.
Because they go to Radhika's Balance Body. And I met Radhika, fell in love. Met my instructor, Urmi, fell in love. And I have fallen in love with Pilates. I used to hate the gym. I still do. Because I just never connect. Sometimes you just need to get into it and connect to something that you're doing and it has to satisfy you, right?
Yes,
it has to give you that feeling of it not being
just for doing something external or for achieving a particular aesthetic result only.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I mean, you have to enjoy what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And that's what I found with Pilates. You have to concentrate. Your mind cannot go anywhere else but of what you're doing.
Correct.
And it really changed my life, I looked into my nutrition really well. Before that, also, I had started something. And that also I was enjoying. But that was going at a much slower pace than I wanted.
So tell me, since how long have you been doing Pilates?
I have been with them for 2 years and counting.
Great. That's awesome. So, guys, for those of you who are not familiar with what Pilates is about, Pilates was started by Joseph Pilates in the times of World War II. And it started out as more like a rehab and a prehab workout, which was made using springs from bed because during the war times, there was nothing else in access. And Joseph Pilates was a nurse, a paramedic nurse. And basically, in workout terms, it strengthens all your core muscles or the muscles of the trunk first, which is your abs, your back, all your spine muscles, your hip flexors, your diaphragm, your pelvic floor and your rotator cuffs, which are very important for posture. And then it moves on to strengthening your extremities, which is your arms, your legs, and do not forget the glutes. Your glutes are your butt muscles. So Pilates really helps to increase the flexibility and the strength in all these muscles and joints. And the reason what Shikha said that it requires you to focus is because Pilates focuses on certain 6 principles, which I've also spoken in Nikki Gupta's episode. So check it out. But it talks about precision and coordination with the breath. And each rep, so Joseph Pilates believed that one good 100% rep is better than doing 10 half reps, and which I believe too at Kinetic Living, and I'm applying that philosophy to every single discipline that I practice, and that makes world of a difference. And they say do 10 sessions of Pilates and you will feel the difference.
Oh my
20
God,
sessions of Pilates,
how?
You will see the difference, and 30 sessions of Pilates, people will see the difference. So that is what Pilates can do for you. And
I love that you're really explaining it to them, because I think this is the stuff that they didn't know. But everybody follows social media so intently. Everybody knows what the bloody hell Pilates is.
But the thing is, because that's the beauty about Pilates, guys, and Shikha, you'll agree with me, that when you see a video, you don't know how much pain that person is in till you actually do it.
Yeah, because I used to watch the videos and I'm just like, हाँ ठीक है ना, क्या है, yoga type items कर रहे हैं. But then when you actually get to it and you start understanding what you need to do and you need to instruct your body to do.
Yeah, the mind-body connection is insane.
Really, really hard.
Yeah.
And I find it really fun to when people are just like, oh yeah, I saw that video of yours. I said, yeah, let me show it to you again. And I would like you to try it.
And also, guys, Pilates can be used as an excellent warm-up workout before your heavy workouts, or you can use it on your off or rest days or recovery days when you're doing heavy lifting. So you can even go on to mat Pilates, which is a little bit less intense with respect to your lower body and upper body. And mat Pilates focuses more on the spine and the glutes. So Shikha, tell me,
Pilates.
So tell me, since you spoke about nutrition as well, right?
Yes.
And you spoke about the journey.
Yeah.
You wanna tell us a little bit more about a particular incident or a particular turning point? There would have been many, but something that's you remember.
The thing is, I was just thinking about it with me. You and I both are Gujaratis. We both our households are, listeners. A lot of our school time has been spent in each other's houses, eating each other's dabbas and khana and ghar ka khana that our mothers very happily with lots of ghee used to make. I think the awareness that is there today is very different from what we had when we were growing up.
Yes, absolutely.
Of what was being made at your house, my house, just regularly at our houses was very different. I remember, speaking of fad diets, there was a time when Urmi Kothari would only have dal ka pani and not have the dal. Okay?
This was in school days.
Yes. Yeah. This was, I think, in our 10th.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But I have to say that, so I think the awareness was much more restricted, I think, when we were growing up.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of pressure. Children can be mean to each other.
Yes.
Because I think we're at our honest best.
Yeah.
And, it sometimes puts you, I remember, the relay races that we used to have in school or stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember someone, I don't remember who, but I remember there was a race and because of, I was just much slower than some. And I remember somebody looking back at me who was much further than me and saying, chal, come on, reach. And today I'm very equipped to deal with it.
Yeah.
Today I can say, but tu hai kaun?
Correct.
Tu apna kar na.
So that person said it in a derogatory manner.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
In a very teasing manner.
Okay.
Okay. And I mean, I've had to deal with, oh my God, you're so fat. Oh my God, you're a hathi. Oh my God, you're a hippo, blah, blah, blah. And it's just a part of growing up, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You'll get the same stuff. Maybe you got different stuff.
Yeah, correct. I used to be teased for being part of the boys, and
correct.
I was, kid you not, people were teasing me, Kajol kuch hota hai, every time I would walk into the basketball, into the school court. And that's what I was teased. And I was like, dude, I don't give a damn about what you're saying. And I remember.
But you remember it, and it stays with you.
Yeah.
And it's also your family, right?
Correct.
I mean, the entire family also wasn't. Again, we're very. As I grew up, I realized that everybody collectively across the globe got far more conscious and far more cognizant about well-being.
Correct. Yes. Even in India, because now we are really taking well-being to the next level.
Yeah.
And that is also in the cities.
Yeah.
Wellness is still not taken seriously in the tier 2 cities, where it's still more associated with bodybuilding, or then you have yoga or you have aerobics and stuff like that. But about just finding, like you said, right, Pilates spoke to you and finding what really you connected with.
Yeah, and you know what is really interesting is that, so I remember my first meeting with Radhika, who she is the best. And I remember my first meeting with her, and she asked me, so she did my nutrition plan, and I still follow her nutrition plan. And she asked me, so what do you eat in a day? So I said, I do my cardio, I eat this, and then I have a salad at night. And she's like, oh, okay. Are you always hungry? I said, yes, I am. Isn't that great? Because my metabolism is going up, right? She's like, no, because you're not eating enough.
Yeah.
And that was a revelation. And I mean, I remember in school, I swear to God, I'd completely forgotten about the random nonsense I used to do in school. I think especially in the last year, when you become so much more aware of your vanity.
Yeah,
and
absolutely. I remember you would eat this cucumber, raw tomato, beetroot salad with yogurt, and then
Raita.
Yeah, raita.
Yeah.
And then there was, after Diwali, there would be like, Shikha, what happened? So there was like you spoke about how there are certain points, and now when you met Radhika and then she told you about this, in terms of your fitness, in terms of what really got you hooked on to Pilates, like yes, you said you like to the focus that it requires, but what did you see that really helps you today in your daily life?
It's a mixture of a few things. So one, I was much older than, you're trying out different things when you're much younger. You're trying to also figure out and find yourself. So what happened was that when I met Radhika, thanks to Ria, I was also very focused. That I had a certain goal in my mind, that this is what I want to achieve. And this is where I want to be at the end of, say, 3 months. So I was extremely focused for the first time in my life, I think. And what really spoke to me is the fact that there was no pressure. It wasn't high speed endurance stuff, and
Correct.
Like there was cardio every other day, on every alternate day, but it wasn't high intensity stuff, which I don't really enjoy. Like functional, it's okay, whatever. I'm okay with it, but I don't enjoy it that much. And I told her I don't want to know what my weight is. I don't want to know my BMI or anything. I really don't care. I just want to see the difference and feel the difference. And till date, so when people ask me, especially, there are some people who say, so ma'am, aapka weight kitna hai? And I'm like, I actually have no idea. I'm guessing it's somewhere here, but I actually have no idea. And what I really enjoyed was that I started seeing the difference in my posture. I started seeing the difference in my
inches,
in my flexibility, in my my endurance levels and my energy levels through the day. And I can't. You have to go for, guys. If you're just thinking about, just do it. It's a little expensive compared to other places, but just do it. Because
actually, Pilates in general is a little bit more expensive than regular classes, and a lot of you guys have approached me as well, and I've heard a lot about from different people as well that it is a little expensive than your normal class. But guys, there is a reason.
But it does so much more than your regular classes. And the thing is that no matter how much I talk about it or you talk about it, you will not know till you experience it.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, also the reason it is expensive right now is because there are very few good trainers,
certified trainers,
yes, who, as compared to the kind of demand that there is, plus because of the whole Bollywood going towards reformers, is also comes from a history, because Pilates even in New York started from the ballerinas and the actresses. So it has a history of a good relation between, like a very symbiotic relation between glamour and Pilates.
Yeah, there's Joseph Pilates' wife was a ballerina.
Yeah, so
I think
plus it was started by Martha Graham Dance Company as well. And if you are a Pilates fan or an aspiring enthusiast, then do look it up. It has a big history behind it. And the best part is that it's very close to yoga as well. So those people who like yoga can see a very big benefit from doing Pilates, because it really helps you increase your strength in yoga as well.
And what I found really interesting was that, so I don't have particularly great knees. I have bad knees. My posture was a bit off. And I have a bad ankle because of an accident many years ago. And I remember telling all of this to Radhika. She's like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll deal with it. Deal with it. I remember my orthopedic telling me that, you can't do squats, you can't do lunges, you can't, you can only walk on the treadmill, you can't run on the treadmill, you can't do terrain cycling, you can only do on-the-spot cycling. And I'm just like, but then what's left? What do I do? No jumping jacks? I'm like, but what do I do then? And that's when Pilates came into play.
So, guys, thanks for raising that point, Shikha. And guys, this is no offense to any orthopedic that is out there right now, but I have come across personally, and I had a runner's knee. Many of y'all don't know that, and my orthopedic told me that I could not climb stairs and I should not be able to run. And he said you have to take care, and you can't sit cross-legged even. Yeah. And this is, I'm talking in 2014. And that time I was not even a coach or a founder of Kinetic Living. So I'm sorry, it was in 2010. And it freaked me out. And I can understand someone tell you something like that. But guys, a lot of these prescriptions or warnings are given without taking into consideration the kind of level that prehab and Pilates and sports physiotherapy has reached. And a lot of the exercise today that we do at Kinetic Living as warm-up is probably done as injury prevention in physiotherapy clinics.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That now also what's lovely is to see so many physiotherapists and orthopedics getting information and getting educated about the different kinds of sports therapy that is out there.
Yeah, and we are also athletes. We are everyday athletes, and you're not, so if you get injured, you're not supposed to just sit and wait for the injury to heal. Once the inflammation subsides, make sure you're proactively pursuing either your physiotherapy or make sure you get proper guidance to start recovery with active exercise and strengthening.
And find the right people to do it with. Because I remember I was 19 when I had my accident, and my ankle was ruined completely. And because it was my youth and I thought I could conquer the world and its uncle, I didn't do physiotherapy immediately. And I'm paying the price for it today.
Yeah. And the scar tissue also would have formed.
Yeah, completely. Like, my ankles look different. It's great now. Everyone who listens to this will only look at my ankles. But, I do think, like, my orthopedic, I remember him telling me, like, you need to lose weight because that'll help with your knees. But, so I said, but you're not letting me do anything. How am I going to lose weight? And then I found, and I mean, he was great because he gave me different exercises that I could do, which were very cardio related, and that would be that would protect my knee and not harm it further. And swimming.
Yeah, that's great. Tell me now, talking about vanity and looks and aesthetics, how did Wake Up Sid happen? And in there also you were portrayed as someone who has
body image
issues. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Wake Up Sid happened really out of the blue. I had a college friend who was assisting Nandini Shrikant, who was the casting director of Wake Up Sid. And I don't think she had an idea of my family background at all. She just knew that I was very proactive in college with
Malhar and
everything.
All of that,
all of the cultural activities that are there. And we were in school, college also together. Just by the way, guys. So she called me and she's like, "Are you still interested in acting?" And by this time, I was very happily in like TV production, and I was paving the path, saying "Ab line producer, ab ye, ab EP, then that, and all of that." And I'd completely forgotten about performing. And she said, "You want to come in for an audition? It's a Dharma film. There's Konkan and Ranbir in it." Yeah, I'm coming. And that's how it happened. And I read the script, and it's something that everybody relates to in some way or the other. Even with Meera, the character that I play in Veere Di Wedding, I'm not a mother. I'm not a Punjabi. And I definitely don't have a white husband. I don't have any man. Hint, hint, guys, if you're all listening. But anyhow, that's the thing, the body image. So the thing is that I'm not a mother, I know but I do have friends, and I've heard this story before, of coming to starting a new conversation, starting a new relationship with your body after you've had a baby. So I really enjoy playing such characters when your body image to yourself and to the world
So how much
is
of your
a layer.
own self and your own experience you put in these roles? Because there is some overlap in not only just from exact situational point of view, but from emotional point of view that you are saying.
Yeah, the thing is that that's a tough one to answer. Like, I don't have a definite answer for that. Because I think it's also the part of the job where you have to lie convincingly and find the truth in that lie.
Correct.
So, with Lakshmi in Wake Up Sid, I mean, I recognize those. The thing is that every character you play, it'll go through your filter.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I've never had a baby. So I don't know that experience at all. But you find the truth in that, right? The truth of that character is the fact that you're not sure of your body anymore.
Correct.
You're not.
Which is what you could relate to in a way.
Yeah, but that's the thing that I think with actors also, as performers also, there could be tomorrow, there could be I am playing a ghoul.
Correct.
There's nothing to relate to that.
Yeah.
Chudel ka kar rahi hai. I mean, my mother would have different ideas for that. But I'm just saying that if you play some really random character, like tomorrow, if I'm playing a character of a man, for example, I have no idea.
Yeah. Correct.
I have nothing to relate to.
Yeah.
I've never been a man in my life. But that's the challenge and that's the fun of it.
Awesome.
So, I mean, it's great to have characters where it goes through your own, when you can tap into your own experiences and find some truth of that emotion that you have to portray.
Yeah.
That's great.
But not every time. Of course, yeah.
I mean, that's the fun of it
characters,
also. Yeah.
Tell me now, how do you manage your current, or how did you manage your fitness and food and nutrition with so many movies that you did, and now with your theatre career is also going very well. So how do you manage that, and how what is the kind of fitness benefit that you have or that you see on stage?
The thing is that you have to be supremely active in whatever you're doing. Then there is also what I find. First, I used to think that because I'm surrounded by actors and directors and whatever, it was just so much easier to go out and have a meal because everybody was taking care of the diet.
Correct.
But now that has extended to all my friends who are all family that are non-actors, not from the industry. Because everybody now is just saying that, bhai, ab to carbs in the evening can't, yeah.
Do you still follow that?
Not anymore. I'm far easier on myself now.
What do you mean now? Are you talking as compared to long ago or just recently?
Recently. So I'm talking about the past 2 years. That is what has changed my life. I mean, if anyone who has seen my images or follows my work will know that I've been through a major transformation.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's still happening. It's an ongoing process.
Yeah. Of course, I mean, what I saw you in Wake Up Sid and what right now you are, or in even the most recent Viredi wedding.
And now when you're meeting me now is again different.
Correct. So there is a slow, gradual, but a really long-lasting transformation in the queue, right?
So the thing is that A, you have to be consistent. B, I have finally come to the
consistency, guys. We spoke about this last time as well. Consistency is key. Do not work out like a mad person for one day in the week and then not see the face of your workout or your mat
you
for the next 3 days.
You cannot outrun a bad diet first.
Yes, that absolutely is
so
true.
I carry my dabbas everywhere whenever I can.
Yeah.
Whenever I can't, I make sure. Also, I live in a city like Mumbai, where you have so many options. So it's easier. It's easy to order from somewhere which fits in your nutrition plan.
Correct.
From where it fits in your nutrition plan.
Are you listening, guys? She's someone who is on the go, who is probably has a lot more options and freedom to choose, because she's also always on the move, and then also she's making the right choices, and she's someone who's not worried about 1 inch here or 1 inch there, and then also she's making sure she's making
those
that
days,
effort.
Guys. I have those days.
Of course you have. Trust me, all of us have those days.
Yeah.
But the point is to rise above them or pass through them with still having our consistency intact, and that's what changes us as people. And this I've spoken a lot of times before, is it's impossible to stay motivated. What keeps us on track is consistency and the discipline to just be where you are and go one step at a time.
Yeah, and I really want to add over here to the youths of our country, and whoever's listening right now, if you're in your 20s, I was very reckless in my 20s. I was, especially when I started working, you know, you'd spend almost 16 hours on set, and then you've had breakfast, and in the middle you'll have some samosa pav that's there on set, and then at night you'll have something else, but you're not feeling hungry, so you're just like, I haven't eaten that much today, but...
Yeah.
And I see that now also with some of the people that I work with, and I'm just like, bhai, you just have to make a conscious decision in your life.
Yeah.
Of, like, I live alone. I live by myself. My cook comes at 9 o'clock in the morning. I tell her what she needs to make. If I'm leaving much earlier the next day, I get food made for the next day so that I can carry it. And there are days where I completely forget.
Yeah.
And because I'm sleeping through it all and I've forgotten to tell her what to cook. So then I'll order for it. But it's a choice that you have to make. It's a conscious choice that you have to make. And you will get away with a lot of stuff in your 20s, but the minute you hit 29 and 30, your body will talk to you and say, hello, can you please take care of us?
Yes, I agree. And that is what I mean about listening to your body. Listening to your body doesn't mean that I feel like a cake today and I'm going to order one and I'm going to gobble the whole thing and then not feed myself for the next half of the day. So make sure she's someone who you can really relate to, in terms of a lot of people have been through like the kind of remarks in childhood, and
everybody, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sure. And nowadays bullying and ragging has gone to the next level, so it can really affect a teenager, especially in the formative years. Tell me,
can I just add something to what I was saying earlier? We're all human, where nobody right now is like, oh my God, look at that body and look at that dedication and the consistency. There's nothing like that. There are days when you have PMS where you're just like, f this shit, and I just want chocolate and sugar and cake all day long. There are days that you just want to drink. Sometimes when you're out, you know, you're out with your friends, you want to drink, you want to chill, but you should know that you can't do it Don't be consistent in that. Be consistent in waking up the next day and doing some cardio to burn those calories.
So, thanks, Shikha, for even bringing your perspective in. And if we all have different ways of balancing things, and the point is to find
that
not
balance.
Feel guilty the next day, but just go about doing your routine, back to your routine, and that's what is more important.
Yeah, in fact, yesterday I had a huge bowl of Chinese bhel, followed by this full maska maar ke pav bhaji.
Okay.
I was at my parents' house when this happened. I've gone back home, then I've had an entire bowl of wasabi peas. Then at 3 o'clock in the morning, I felt hungry again, so I've had like bread and like cold cuts. I'm just like, what is happening to me? Then, guys, I saw an app on my phone that tracks your periods, and I'm just like, okay, I'm PMSing, right?
But tell me, do you get PMS cravings, and do you believe in that?
Horribly so.
Okay.
Yeah. I have my days.
Okay. How was it on working on the sets of Veere the Wedding? You had like Sonam Kapoor, you had Kareena Kapoor, and all of them are
we had
super
Riya Kapoor,
yeah.
who we were shooting in Delhi, and she would just bring the kebabs. Yeah.
So tell me, who was the most conscious? How was that experience like?
Kareena, man. Oof. And she's such an evil person. She'll talk to you about food because that's the way she deals with it.
Okay.
She'll talk about food to that point where you're just like,
salivating.
Oh, I need that food right now. But she is so dedicated. And it is so inspiring to see that.
Yeah.
You know, I think Swarami and Sonam would kind of slip off sometimes.
Yeah.
And especially when you're doing night shoots. Yeah, and suddenly there'd be like Maggie. Because you're just like, I don't care. I just need to eat something which is comforting right now.
Got it.
But my God, I have learned so much from all three of them.
Yeah.
But to watch Kareena be so
dedicated,
man, that's
she
next level
also.
Dedication.
Yeah.
And that kind of determination is just wonderful to see. It's so inspiring.
And the best part is she was someone who hit size 0 and then she decided she didn't want to be that. And so it's clearly a case of if you want to go after something, you can. And then being comfortable, because I remember when she was even pregnant and she came on Coffee with Karan, she was so comfortable with her body. So that's amazing. And like, it's good that you got to see someone and like get inspired.
Yeah,
with
I
that.
remember that I think we were shooting in Thailand at that point of time, that one day where we've had our breakfast, we've come to shoot, we've had lunch, and we've gorged on Thai food. Nobody has, everybody's eaten really well.
Yeah.
And in the evening, we've had, like, all of us, Sonam and Kareena have gone at a dabba of banana chips. But at night, you can see her taking her walk. One walk, one run, one walk, one run. And that's how I think,
you balance it out.
Balance it out.
Yeah.
And it's great to see that. It's inspiring.
How was it? Were you ever typecasted as a chubby best friend? Because how did you deal with that?
It's one thing that I try to move away from, but I also know that is also my USP.
Okay.
But I'm hoping that I have been cast also because of my skill set and what else I can bring to it. And it's been hard. Probably that's why you haven't seen so much of me after Wake Up Sid.
Okay.
Because I was really picky about the kind of work I picked. It's okay for my physicality to be a layer, but if that's the only focus, then there's nothing to work with.
Correct. And I mean, I have seen, and I'm no one to talk about acting, but I have seen you act on stage, and I've been like blown away. Like, I even met you on backstage, and I told you that. And for me, I
come
respect,
with Gargi and Auntie. No?
Yeah, and I remember, like, for me as a personally, I respect the medium of theatre a lot more than movies, and that has nothing to do with the characters that I'm seeing or the person that I'm seeing. It's just the medium, because it presents so many more challenges as a delivery and as the quality of acting. So kudos to you, and
thanks,
so good to see that.
Thank you. Guys, but I'm fine. You want me to play chubby, fat, chirpy, bubbly friends? Bring it on. I want it all.
My first question is, what would you tell the previous Shikha about her health and fitness? Second is, what would you tell someone who wants to begin now, in the kind of awareness that is present now? Not in you, but in general, the options are a lot more now. People are a lot more aware. There is now gluten-free and dairy-free and so many other options. What would you recommend to someone now?
Okay, so what I'd like to tell my younger self is nothing really. Honestly.
I think you probably, body-wise, you would be much younger now, because as a kid, you never played much sport, right?
Oh, no. Shot put and long jump. Those are the two things that I did. Anybody asked me for a race, I'm like, are you crazy? Volleyball. What is that other...
Throwball.
Throwball was there.
Volleyball
you were good
you
at
never
that.
Played.
No, throwball. Volleyball never. Throwball. What is that? We used to play it in the rains all the time. That football wala cricket.
Football wala cricket?
I
have no recollection of
I will slap you, Urmi. How could you not remember?
You can blame me for my memory, but I really don't remember.
There was Lejim.
Yeah,
there was March Past.
So guys, Lejim is a folk dance by the state of Maharashtra, and it is a hardcore cardio workout.
And we've gone for competitions, by the way.
Yeah, we represented our school, and Shikha is also a great dancer, by the way, guys.
Thanks,
a lot of y'all don't know that, because
a lot of y'all don't know what a great... I mean, it's rich coming from Urmi, because she was on, first of all. I wish we had enough time so I could tell you all our school ke kisse of dancing. But this woman has gone on, and you were at that...
Daksha Sheth, yeah.
She's awesome.
Of course, I mean, my listeners know that, but the chemistry that we had was like garbas and what also. Guys, workout is not restricted to a gym. If you don't like the gym, you can go and pursue a folk dance. You have lejim, you have koli dance, and you have garba. All these are even Bhangra nowadays, you have masala bhangra, which is a workout as well. And of course, Zumba is very, very popular. But if that's not your jam, look at our Indian classical and folk dances. You will not fall short of...
Yeah, and if that's also not your jam, then do what Urmi and I used to do, is that we used to dance in each other's bedrooms. And we used to choreograph an entire song.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's awesome. Okay, and tell me, what would you tell someone who wants to start now?
Just start. Don't think too much. Just start. Try whatever you're comfortable with. So, and this is with life. This is what I was told when I was in college by my cousin, saying try everything till you figure out what you want to do.
Correct.
So try everything if you want. You'll finally, the minute you start working on yourself, your body will start, and your body, mind, soul will start talking back to you.
So, taking from what Shikha said, guys, a lot of us keep thinking, yes, if I do this, if I do that, if I
will
do
start
this.
from Monday.
And there is never a Monday. Monday is today.
Yeah,
okay?
Just start. Start.
Yes, and what she means by just start is that don't think about the consequences in your head. Go try something out. If you don't like it, move on. If you like it, pursue it for a while. Every question doesn't have to have a definitive, clear answer at that moment, because you don't know until you tried it, right?
Yeah.
You can't win a game until you play it. So keep that in mind. And with that, I want to move on to some other questions that I have for you, which is what is your current food like? I'm very curious as to, because you said you're also cleaning up your food. I would like to know, and I hope you're eating enough now.
Yeah. For the past 2 years, I've been eating enough. Otherwise, this wouldn't have happened to my body. I wouldn't have transformed. Okay, so right now, I've gone through many things. But right now, what I'm doing is that I start with a fruit in the morning, followed by coffee without, just black coffee. I am mostly dairy-free and sugar-free. Sugar-free completely. Oh, that's a lie.
Yesterday, except for yesterday.
But usually what my diet is that I start with a fruit, a glass of water, then followed by coffee, toast, eggs. Then I will have regular sabzi, dal, and chapati. Either it's chapati or it's chawal, and like 2 tablespoons of dahi. Then in the afternoon, I usually work out. That's my time to work out. Post that, I will have my half a fruit and a protein shake. Then I have my evening coffee, maybe with like 1 toast with cold cuts. Or I will have, that's what I eat mostly. Or I'll probably do like a hummus toast. Or I'll do like tomato and mustard toast or something like that. Then I try to have an early dinner, which is again chapati, rice, sabzi, whatever. Or I'll do like, I will have something non-vegetarian. So chicken curry usually with rice.
Are you someone who is hell-bent on having your protein and your carbs?
I used to be. But right now, with the current workout and the current what I'm doing right now.
What is it that currently you're working on? What project are you working on right now?
I can't tell you.
Oh, okay.
I can't tell you right now, but what I'm just trying to remain status quo with where I am right now. And magically, I am losing inches. Not magically, I'm working damn hard, guys. But I'm not as strict with myself as I used to be before.
Okay.
So it's pretty much a regular diet.
It's home food.
As much as possible.
Okay. Last one.
And then question. At night, when I get really snacky, I have nuts.
Oh, yeah, that's a good thing to have. Another thing that you could have is having some cucumbers or some kind of protein, because fats, if you're having, anyway, if you're having a lot of it, then you're going to increase your calorie intake if you're watching that as well. What do you think about, we spoke about body positivity, right? And a lot of times it is misconstrued, wherein we are seeing people say that I love my body the way it is, and yes, I might be overweight, I might be medically obese, right? Which means your body fat is alarmingly high, even if you don't look very big, and that's not good for your body and your health in the long run. So what do you have to say about that? Like how the fact that a lot of people are misconstruing it and misinterpreting it.
You know, this is what I've been saying for a while now, that humans are vain creatures. So vanity will be a part of us for sure. You are beautiful regardless of what your shape, color, size, height. You're beautiful because your physicality doesn't define your beauty. I think what defines your beauty is your heart, your kindness, your ambition, your everything else.
The person you are.
The person that you are. People. You know, the thing, and so I don't think it should be clubbed in with what you look like. just what you look like. Let's not do that.
Got it.
Everybody is beautiful. Everybody is. But what you do need to focus on is the relationship that you have with your body.
Correct.
So,
and that
you
has to
are
be positive.
beautiful. Yeah, you are beautiful if you're underweight. You are beautiful if you're overweight.
Yeah.
But you just need to know what you want to do with your life and your body.
Yeah. And I feel once that positive connection is made, then that acceptance comes, and from acceptance only we can grow.
Yeah.
So whether we need to get stronger, or we need to get more rest, or we need to pamper ourselves, that will come once that connection is made.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just be cognizant.
Yeah. I recently saw a lot of your pictures in a lot of magazines, like really fashion, high-end fashion magazines, since we're talking about vanity.
Guys, October issue of Cosmo, Vogue, Grazia, Mind Mag, and I think Femina.
Oh my God, that's amazing. So how did that happen? Like, what was their reason, or were they doing a particular feature on you?
I have a great PR team.
But no, seriously, tell me. Of course, you had a great you have a great
No,
PR team.
what's been great has been that after Veere, all these issues that have come out in this month have been about self-acceptance. And people have called me for my body. So, yeah, and I think
and it's so ironic because the same body that probably was being typecasted in a way is now being celebrated in a way. And
what I'd like to say, again, that's what I'm saying. There's so much more awareness. There's so much more acceptance. There's so much more. Yeah, people are just growing up.
Yeah,
you know, that's about it. And like they're finally also being a little woke.
And correct. And I feel like not just growing up, but verbalizing it and making space for those kind of conversations also makes a big difference.
I'm just hoping that this is like one of the few steps that we're taking towards, our media needs to change the images that we see.
Yes.
So it rather than it being a celebrated rarity, it just needs to be the norm.
A normal. Exactly. And guys, this is for you as well, that remember what you see in the media is a lot of times it's manipulated. It is a lot of time photoshopped, and do not hold your standards as per what you see out there, because there is a lot going on behind it. If today even an actor or actress looks a certain way, they have an entourage behind them. What is your motivation and what are your resources to achieve that kind of a body or looks? So instead, look at what your life needs and how your body can actually be transformed and enrich what you're currently doing as well.
I just want to say that, and this is probably I'm 33, probably it's that kind of wisdom. But honestly, I would like to say that get off social media for a bit. Look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself naked in the mirror.
Yeah.
You're actually very beautiful. Do not focus on the flaws. You should if you want to work on them, if you want to. Everybody has flaws. I have random people who I think have the perfect look or the perfect body. You're just like, yeah, I think my knees are too chubby.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, exactly.
I'm just like, knees chubby kaise ho sakte hai bhai? Aise kaise ho sakta hai? But I get it. It's fine. I think there's some things about I think I'm damn good looking. But that's where you need to get at. So be it, and you use Instagram filters, you crop your own images, know, I mean, at this point of time, you cannot be that unaware and say, look at a picture in a magazine and say, oh my God, I need to get that skin. And it's great right now. Like I did something for Dove and Grazia right now, which was no digital distortion. There's nothing wrong with makeup. There's nothing wrong with wearing corsets or Spanx or whatever. Just do whatever makes you happy, man. Just have a honest relationship with your body.
Yeah. And I feel what you said about get off social media, I feel a little bit of detox from what other people are doing out there is definitely helpful. You can also go on a mirror fasting. A lot of y'all, I don't know this, but fasting? Don't look at yourself in the mirror for a week.
Oh,
so you're not going to look at yourself and analyze your body from every single point and every single perspective. And a lot of y'all don't know, but I just hardly look at myself in the mirror in the morning before I head out to work.
But you post enough on Instagram, na then. So you're looking at yourself.
I'm still looking at myself, but I'm not looking at myself
from that perspective. That's exactly what I'm saying. That it's, I was just thinking while you were saying it, do a digital detox and whatever.
Yeah.
And I said, it's really rich coming from me because Instagram is my black hole. I am constantly on it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't decide कि I wish I had hair like that, extensions लगे हुए हैं. I wish I had a face
Just
like
be
that,
aware of
makeup
how
लगा
it's
हुआ है.
affecting you and how you can be yourself while still indulging in. Before we end, we have a rapid fire for you, Shikha. It's just a bunch of random questions. And Okay. Apple on Android?
Both.
Okay. Swimming or dancing?
Dancing.
German Shepherd or Beagle?
German Shepherd.
Pilates or...
Pilates.
She didn't even listen to the next one. Okay. Theatre or movie?
Both.
You can't say both.
But you can't ask an actor this question, yeah.
Of course I can.
No, it's a stupid question. It's like saying which eye of yours do you like better?
Oh wow. Okay.
It's like asking a mother saying कौन सा बच्चा तुम्हारा favorite है?
Lakshmi or Meera?
Meera.
Doodling or photography?
Doodling.
Actor or producer?
Actor.
Okay.
Actor, bro.
Okay.
I am trying to make money. I am not going to put my money anywhere.
Because the only reason I asked you is because before Wake Up Sid happened, you were
that
already,
producer.
Yeah.
Achha, that wala producer. No. Actor.
Actor. Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Shikha, for
Thank you.
such a honest and a very heartwarming conversation about not only your fitness journey, but like your journey in movies, in theatre, and all the best to you.
Thanks, and to you.
Bless you with lots and lots and lots of Pilates sessions and getting fitter and more flexible.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I've seen you move from strength to strength.
Thank you.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I cannot believe you have your own studio and now you have a podcast, man. That's amazing. And can I just tell you all the dichotomy of life is that one sister, the one Kothari sister, is all fitness. Okay. So today I got a message saying that, hi, I'll see you today at 3 and we're going to talk about fitness. And the other sister, the other Kothari sister has just sent me wine tasting.
So guys, my real sister, who is my elder sister, is a wine sommelier. And she's going to be on the show very soon.
Oh wow, what a plug. I didn't even know. Wow.
Stay tuned for the recommendation section. I will be right back.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another week on IVM Podcast. It's been a great week. If you're not following us on social media, please make sure you do. Also, please make sure that you do tell a friend about a podcast. We really are trying to grow the audience, and the more people who you tell, the better off we all are. On Cyrus Says this week, Cyrus talks to popular TV and theatre actor Ritasha Rathod. Ritasha talks about Sex Rated, a recent Vice documentary that she hosted. On the Pragati podcast, Pawan and Hamsani are joined by author and journalist James Crabtree. They discuss his experience of being a foreign correspondent in India and how to understand cronyism in Indian policymaking. On the Scene and the Unseen, Amit Verma is joined by Srinath Raghavan, a former infantry officer in the Indian Army. He's a senior fellow at the Center for Policy Research, and they discuss the history of U.S. involvement in the South Asian region. On the Rediscovery Project, Ambika and Hoshna rediscover Mumbai this time. They talk about their visits to Elephanta Caves, Dharavi, and Bhaudaji Lal Museum. On the Geek Fruit podcast, leading up to the release of the second installment of the Fantastic Beasts franchise, Dinkar and Jishnu revisit their origin stories of the Potterverse. And with that, let's continue on with your show.
Welcome back to the coach approved recommendation section, and I'm here to talk about a recipe which I have taken off from Shikha's yummy raita recipe. So this is a very nutritious, wholesome, and will keep you full. You need sweet potato, which is boiled. You need Greek yogurt, natural flavor, and you need onions and tomatoes and spices to taste. So all you're going to do is in a pan, take ghee, 1 tablespoon of ghee, and put some mustard seeds and curry leaves. Roast them nice and put the boiled sweet potato in it and let it get nice golden brown. Make sure you're not frying it, it's just a roast. And then you can add your chili, your coriander for taste. Of course, salt and pepper in moderate amounts. And then you can take it off the gas, add a nice good dollop of Greek yogurt, which is very rich in protein and low in fats. And on top of that, garnish it with tomatoes, olives if you like, cucumbers, and even boiled broccolis. And it's gonna taste yummy. And it's a really wholesome meal. The second one is an exercise that I would like to recommend from Pilates. Since we spoke so much about it, there are 2 of my favorite exercises. One is called the 100, which is excellent for your abs, but also helps you stabilize your lower back and improves the mobility in your mid back, which is your thoracic spine. You lie down on a mat and you raise your shoulder blades off the mat. You keep your legs at a diagonal towards the ceiling. So make sure your lower back is also pushed down into the floor, and you pulse your hands like you're fluttering in water, but make sure you're exhaling completely from your mouth and really drawing the abs in. I would suggest look up my Pilates video on YouTube, which is titled Kinetic Living Pilates, and you will find how to do this exercise along with many other ones. The second Pilates exercise is the shoulder bridge, which again helps to really build flexibility and mobility in the spine while still strengthening your glutes. And most people who have lower back issues, if they learn how to do this correctly, then you're going to get rid of your backache and also develop a nice booty. The last recommendation for this day is an Instagram account called The Girl Boss, which is a super fun, interesting, and a lively way of motivating yourself every day to go and get through your day with power. And it is a platform which is redefining success through content and community. That's what they describe themselves as. So it is bonding all the women, girl power all the way, and has a lot of recommendations on self-care, about getting a job, about managing your money, and so on and so forth. So check it out and liven up your day. Hope you enjoyed the conversation with Shikha, and hope you check out Pilates. That's it for now, and this is all from me at the Kinetic Living podcast. Make sure you get this podcast on ivmpodcast.com or the IVM Podcast app or wherever you get your podcast from. If you want to know more about training or about nutrition, then write to me at urmi@kineticliving.in, or you can hit me up on Instagram at coach.urmi. Have a great week, guys. Until then, stay kinetic.
Did you know that Parsis in Mumbai, instead of being left at the Tower of Silence after they die, are now cremated? And why? Because a cow fell sick in the early 1990s. Did you know that the smog in Delhi is caused by something that farmers in Punjab do, and that there's no way to stop them? Did you know that there wasn't one gas tragedy in Bhopal, but 3? One of them was seen, but 2 were unseen. Did you know that many well-intentioned government policies hurt the people they're supposed to help? Why was demonetization a bad idea? How should GST have been implemented? Why are all our politicians so corrupt when not all of them are bad people? I'm Amit Verma, and in my weekly podcast, The Seen and the Unseen, I take a shot at answering all these questions and many more. I aim to go beyond the seen and show you the unseen effects of public policy and private action. I speak to experts on economics, political philosophy, cognitive neuroscience, and constitutional law so that their insights can blow not only my mind, but also yours. The Seen and the Unseen releases every Monday. So do check out the archives and follow the show at seenunseen.in. You can also subscribe to The Seen and the Unseen on whatever podcast app you happen to prefer.
Shunyavan, 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 Shunyavan.
$1 billion acquisition. Another copycat startup got formed.
No, the tech world in India is surely moving double the speed of this voiceover.
Tune in to Shunya One every Tuesday to catch us talking to the smartest people we know on the IVM Podcast website, app, or wherever you get your podcasts from.